Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Hey, we're doing a sub goal today. Actually, we're doing the Cloud matchup chart. I haven't done one of these in a while. I think the last time I did it on like a kind of a whim one day, and I think it's been a year ago. Yeah, I think it's been a year ago, and yeah, I want to do it today since that was one of the some of the sub goals that we made. Well, this is going to be about Cloud since everyone knows me as a Cloud main. If not, you're in the wrong ass stream. And we're going to go with wins. Wins are even or loses, and loses. Let's go with Captain. I think Captain Falcon is honestly even potentially even or loses. Captain can zero to death you pretty quick. You're the perfect weight for all of his combos. I mean, he grabs you and it is over. Like, it's your fault, honestly, to get grabbed because... you know, his dash animation takes a little bit and whatnot, but, you know, if you keep him off stage and keep him off tempo, yeah, you can win that, but this match reminds me so much of Cloud, or Marth versus Captain Falcon from Melee, it's not even funny. I mean, once you're edge guarding Falcon, you got him in your hands, but the moment that Falcon gets stage control back, it's rough. It's really rough to get it back, like, really, really rough. Because he's just so quick and he can just kill you so quickly. I mean, if you want to know pretty much an example, watch Fatality. Fatality kills people so quick with one hit, you know. And like I said, Cloud is a perfect combo weight for Falcon. 100 for some reason just works for him. I don't know why. Don't know why. All right. Let's go. I see one that's another even one. I know I just totally lied what I was going to say I was going to do, but that's okay. Bayo, I think, is another even because you got to play more ground base, and I know all Clouds want to jump and throw out an aerial because his best aerials or his best thing about him is back air and up airs and cross slash. Like, yeah, you can do cross slash, but she has that. I can't remember what the move's called, but it's like the angled upward. They're just waiting for that, so you have to really play carefully in that. And not to mention, too, Bayonetta can gimp you super, super quickly. And I would like to fight a really, really good Bayo just to see how it is because I feel like I have to mix up my aerial approaches to my ground approaches because she can just snipe you, and you have to pretty much guess on that. But she also has like really crazy edge guards on her. Yeah, she's light. Cloud can kill her pretty quick, and if she doesn't do something safe, you can up B, but again, it is hard to get the witch to where you want her to be because she has so many good tools and options to get out. And she's gotten a buff recently and it fixed a lot of her issues. And is she still like crazy good? No, but this matchup still feels quite even, to be honest with you. Bowser. No, it's not even. I think Cloud loses against Bowser, to be honest with you. It is just so hard to kill him. He's so fat. He only needs like 2 or 3 interactions to kill you. He's fast too. He's a very fast heavyweight, and he has pretty lengthy hitboxes as well, and he has good out of shield options as well too, like the up B. And he can kill you very, very quickly. I mean, what is it? From ledge, he can like do nair, and if he hits like the backside of nair, he can bury you, and it's true. And you die at base 80, maybe even lower if you DI it horribly. Like. He's a crazy character. I mean, crazy ass character. And that matchup is just very, very rough. I mean, yeah, when you get Bowser on the ledge, just like I was mentioning earlier about Falcon, you have him in his grasp, but oh man, you gotta really kill him. You really gotta kill him. DK, I'm gonna put even or loses, maybe even loses. DK is extremely good at gimping you, but another thing about DK versus Cloud is like Cloud can keep DK out pretty well. Yeah, DK has a really nice bear that he can kind of poke in and start combos with, but you could die without limit at like base 50, maybe even 60, 70 when he just cargoes you and throws you off. And if he doesn't have that, he can kill you with everything else. I mean, the character has a lot of tools on Cloud that can just push him away to death. And like I said, yeah, his frame data is for DK isn't bad, but if he starts baiting you that you're going to sidestep so you don't get grabbed because you're like anticipating it, and he just waits a second longer and grabs you and then just hucks you off the stage, you're dead. You're just dead, especially if you have 0 limit. It's kind of nutty, like I said. And they can dick each other up pretty well, but I still feel like DK has the edge on him. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Fox. I see Fox. I'm going to put Fox for Cloud wins. I think Cloud wins that just because I think it's hard for him to get to where he wants to be. I mean, he always wants to like do running up tilts and nairs on your shield, and up B just kind of like cancels out a lot of his stuff. And Fox kind of has a problem with disjoints as it is, and a lot of stuff he can't start till like I think 30%. It just feels like a lot of the stuff Fox wants to do, Cloud counteracts that pretty well. He just kind of gives him the middle finger and says, "Lol, okay." Maybe he could force him with like the lasers as Fox to come in, because he can't just camp with Limit. And I know Limit has a time limit, but Cloud's pretty fast and good frame data to back up to get in there and kill him. So, and especially he struggles on the ledge against Cloud. He really, really does. And even in neutral, I feel like Cloud still kind of has the advantage on that. I can't really think what's his fastest move. But I don't know. I just feel like a lot of stuff when like he touches my shield, I feel like I can punish him for a lot of the stuff he does on my shield, or even like a whiffed aerial. So I think Cloud wins against Fox. Ice Climbers. I think Cloud wins Ice Climbers. I really think Cloud wins against Ice Climbers. Hey, what's up? Is it come get some? But I still think I think Cloud wins Ice Climbers because like their main thing is like blizzards or the ice blocks and that winter breath, whatever it's called. And it's super easy for Cloud to separate these two to kill one or the other. And I mean, yes, I can hear the argument of like, well, what happens if Cloud gets grabbed? Well, that's like the whole thing of Ice Climbers. Like, if Cloud keeps spacing things out and like pretty much cuts out their approach, their main approach, Ice Climbers don't have a whole hell of a lot of options to get in. I mean, yeah, the recovery with the Squall Hammer is annoying, but again, I think Backer can cut through that, even Limit Cross Slash, Blade Beam. Like, they have stuff, Cloud has stuff to contest that and wait stuff out. Like, if they want to, like, sit there and do a whole bunch of ice blocks, you can just go on a platform, charge Limit, or even just stay there on the ground and wait for stuff and parry it or just shield it when it comes up and start recharging Limit. He could really play pretty defensively if he really wants to win or lose. And if he is losing, he could just start getting in there with like well-spaced back airs and not get grabbed. Because, like I said, Ice Climbers don't have crazy amount of range, but they're not weak on power base until one is gone, as we all know. But I definitely think Cloud wins that. Bowser Jr. I've fought quite a bit of Bowser Jr.'s, and I think Cloud wins that as well. I think he has everything that Bowser Jr. doesn't have, and he can just kind of go out there and kill him when he wants. Yeah, he can be a big boy, but it doesn't take much to gimp him, especially when he's out of when he up B's and does an aerial. He can like gimp him with a cart. I can't remember what it's called. And then also like his main thing is like run in at you and do the cart. He can just knock him out of it with backer. Yes, Bowser Jr. got more armor, but it's not enough to make him go through it. He still gets hit out of that because backer's a strong ass move. It really is, and that's a quick move too. And again, the frame data and the speed that Cloud has really, really hurts Bowser Jr. And he has a nice projectile like the Mecha Cooper, whatever his name is. He's not bad. Don't get me wrong, but it just, I don't know. I feel like it puts him. If you predict it, you get a free forward air or bear or to cross slash to whatever you want, down tilt. Like I said, he's a heavy boy, but I just feel like Cloud has the options to just force options out of him to kill him for that. Dark Samus, I think it's win or even. Samus has tools to be really... Samus, Dark Samus, you know what I'm talking about. I think Cloud has tools to really annoy Samus and to keep Samus out, but so does Samus. Like, it matters who's in the lead. Yeah, I have limit. I have tools to counteract, like charge shot, missile, stuff like that. But and you have like the Samus players have like tether or the whatever it is, a grapple thing. But I think that Samus can seriously gimp Cloud pretty well and really be annoying on ledge, like very annoying. But when Samus is in disadvantage, she's in disadvantage for a while. And a good a very good Cloud player will keep Samus there for like the whole stock. You know, like up airs, nairs, bears, you name it. You know, they're gonna still keep pushing him away. So that's what I think. I think it's just a real bitch if Samus gets the lead and starts playing very defensive because Cloud has to like play her game now. The moment you make Samus play your game, it's like, that's what I want. Sweet, I can up B that. Because her up B is good too out of shield, but it's not as wide and big as Cloud's is, per se. I think Game Watch's wins are even. They kind of share the same similarities. The only difference is like, I think, don't quote me on it, I think Cloud has a better aerial game than Game Watch. I think he's faster than Game Watch. But I don't know if well, I will admit, I know Game Watch has better smash moves. Like that's so true. Like he's got invincible up smash, his up B is crazy good. Down smash is nutty, it's fast, and you can just repetitively do it. Yeah, I think on the smash moves Game Watch wins, but he's super light. He's super light. Like you can space him out and kind of kill him for that. But I will admit that Game Watch has a better up B than Cloud, but that doesn't mean that Cloud loses the matchup or that Game Watch does. But Game Watch can go really deep to gimp Cloud or kill Cloud because he can up B him, knock him away. That's all he needs because Cloud just needs like a little baby tap if he has no jump to gimp him and then drift all the way back and he's at ledge. But I think the reason why Cloud wins it because disjoint, speed, and he's got really good burst options on that. And like I said, he can really wall out Game Watch pretty well. And at ledge, it's not terrible for Cloud. It's not horrible, and it's not horrible for Game Watch. But I feel like it'd be harder for Game Watch to get back from ledge than it is Cloud. I think Byleth is even, to be honest. Maybe, I don't know, maybe even like loses. I don't know, like he has the range, right? Like Byleth is kind of an asshole because he can kind of keep you out, kind of keep poking at you, but at the same time, Cloud's super fast, and he can get into where Byleth wants to space stuff out. But Byleth has explosive strength and can really gimp you with the arrow and stuff too, and like snipe you from really far away. But I guess the best thing to say about Byleth on the matchup is it's really hard to get Byleth because of the tether, because like they can go really deep, hook shot or up. I don't know why I call it hook shot. The sword thingy. So I would say it's even because they both have nice range. Yeah, Cloud has better frame data, but frame data is not everything. I stress that more than enough. But I'm gonna go with this with even, just because the whole fact that yes, Byleth has better recovery than Cloud. Yes, he has range, but the projectiles they just trade. They just trade a lot on that matchup. Do I really need to explain Ganondorf? I mean, everyone. I think literally Ganondorf doesn't have a winning matchup in the game. I can't think of one. I can't think of one winning matchup. Like, you're faster, you have range, you can gimp him. He has to like super commit. Cloud doesn't have to super commit. He has good frame data. I don't know. Like that's kind of it in a nutshell. I mean, when Ganon gets in, yeah, he can do some massive damage, but as if you let him in. I don't know what he does about Bear. Like, what does he do about Bear? Nair? I mean, you just cut his feet. I don't know. I just feel like you're fighting a disjoint with a non-disjoint. It's gonna lose. I think this is wins or evens. Mario does a lot of damage. He has Flood to Gimp. He has Cape. Crazy burst damage that character has. Like, one grab can lead to a potential stock or 60% plus. So Mario, like I said, he has crazy burst damage. He can kill. He's fast. He has really good frame data. Cloud, on the other hand, can keep him out, can juggle him for a long time, and doesn't have the gimping material that Mario does. But I feel like Mario's always had this legacy of always struggling against disjoints, and Mario wants to get on your shield too. So like Cloud is really good at out of shield options, so he kind of keeps him at bay too. So when he finally gets in or calls him out for getting in, he's just kind of like, nope, you're out of here. I don't want to deal with that shit. Just go away. And if like you do like a high aerial, you're gonna get up B. Like if he does a low one, like very low to the ground, shields or like down tilts or something, he could bait you out of it or even get a grab or whatever. But Cloud, I still think Cloud can definitely win that matchup over Mario. And I think a lot of Mario mains complain about Cloud, to be honest with you. Little Mac is definitely a whoops, sorry. I saw Little Mac went immediately to loses. That's a win. Cloud can gimp him super like early. He can back air him. If he does F tilt on shield, he has to like perfectly space it and not get up bead. Even down tilt, he has to perfectly space it. He has limit to camp him out. They can't do much on platforms. And Mac, he's fighting again fist with a sword. He has good out of shield options to punish him when he touches your shield, and you kind of have to lame him out. Even like Blade Beam, like weak one, without limit can kill him. Like there's a lot of things that Cloud has on Mac that he doesn't, and like just getting him off stage is enough for Mac to be like, yeah, well, this sucks ass. Mario, let's just go with Dr. Mario. I'm gonna say Dr. Mario wins it, or Cloud wins against Dr. Mario, just because the fact that it's everything I mentioned about Mario, but on a slower character, and I think less range. I'm pretty sure he has less range. And his recovery is way worse than Mario's, like way worse. So, it's, if you want to know what I mean about the matchup, just literally watch Mario, except no gimping, and you might kill earlier because you're stronger as Dr. Mario. Like, that's kind of the matchup, the end. Really, it is. So, okay. Base Joker, I think this is even, right? I think without Arsene and all that junk, I think this matchup's even. When Arsene comes out, it is a hard loss. Like, it is just it just goes down to the shitter so quick. Arsene just dicks up a lot of things that Cloud wants to do. You got Aegon to deal with, like really strong guns. I mean, he can just go out there, just shoot you, come back, not have to worry about life. He's got Tetracon. If you up B high, he can just counter you and kill you. Tetracon in general, if he calls out an aerial. It just gets so strong. Like, one bear just murders you, and he can just go so deep to gimp you, even just kill you. I mean, Downward's gun sucks too with when he's base Joker, but that again, that's still like an even matchup, like I said. But man, the hardest part about him is probably gimping him as base Joker, because he's just so good at like, he could do tether, cancel, jump, act like he was gonna swing down, didn't, and then you're off stage, and that's where you don't want to be against Joker, because he could just F tilt you, gun, whatever, and you're at ledge against Joker, and that's where you don't want to be. Not to mention his grab combos are kind of nice too, and he just sets you up so well. And his frame data is very good. Everyone knows Joker's frame data is just silly. Marth, I think Marth's even. I really do. I don't think that matchup's really changed since Smash 4. If anything, it probably got closer, because the fact that you don't hold the limit all the time anymore. Because Marth can still gimp Cloud pretty well and contest with a lot of his aerials, and Marth's kind of quick. And you want to do the spacing games, you're playing with fire with his tipper, and Marth will murder you if you don't like respect his tippers enough. And if it's a good Marth player and they get consistent tippers, that, yeah, you're asking for a rough time, and I mean a rough time. And because you're again playing with fire. Marth's kind of quick too. He's a very floaty character. Yeah, his disadvantage state's kind of rough. I mean, Cloud can just kind of juggle him for a while. And like, again, straight back arrow kill him, because he's, I think, 90 for weight, but that's still only 10 digits or points away from Cloud's. So it's not like a huge difference. I think Cloud's faster. I think on his frame datas. Overall, I'm not specifically sure. So Cloud can kind of get in there and mess him up. But Marth does have a nice up B out of shield too. It's got invincibility on it. But yeah, I still think it's even just due to the fact that you can gimp so well and just kind of contest him with his range too. Ken, I think Cloud actually wins against Ken, because you're fighting against the character with a crazy good out of shield game, and Ken, the Street Fighter characters, the FGC characters, they kind of struggle against disjoints. You have to parry everything to like pretty much get in, and if it's a good Cloud, or if you're a good player, you'll know when to mix it up, especially if they consistently parry it. Or even if they do parry it, you're not going to care, because if you're good at spacing, they're going to parry and not get much off of it. They really won't. Or anything at all, because you're going to be at the ground ready to shield if they go in for like a run-in down tilt or heavy jab or whatever the Ken players do. If you just maintain spacing, and then especially at ledge, Cloud makes quick work of Ken on ledge. There's Terry. I'm just going to put Terry with probably the same, because Terry doesn't snap ledge. I think Terry might have a little bit more range than Ken. I think he does, actually. And I fought Brother enough where I still think it's either win or it's even, one of the two, because... No, that's not right, because just because he's at 100%, that doesn't mean that because he gets Ghost Sauce, he should like blow him up. I don't think that should be the case. I think they should both be in the same tier. I actually think Cloud wins both of those, because they both want to get in. I mean, yeah, he has Power Wave, but if you keep spamming, Cloud's going to react to it and just jump over and bury you, kill you, whatever. So I think they're in the same token of that, of holy shit, they're in my ass already. I don't know what to do, you know. So yeah, ledge and swords, they just don't like it. Neutral, they're good at neutral. Like Ken and Terry, they're both really good at neutral, because they only need one opening to really blow you up, especially with Terry with Ghost Sauce, or even Ken when he gets like a heavy jab on you to shore you. I mean, if he calls you in jumping through him, or just jumping around and just true shore use that, man, you could die pretty early if you're not ready for the DI. See, I've seen people say that Cloud wins against Megaman, right? I'm not specifically sure. I would say wins or maybe even. Yeah, he had... I think the reason why my view has kind of changed on it is because of the simple fact that I played so many Wi-Fi Megamans that it's kind of skewed a little bit, so I'm trying really hard to not go off of you know, Wi-Fi stuff. So I'm just gonna go because I fought more Megamans online than I have offline. I don't know why that is, actually. Like, I'm honestly trying to think right now why that's the case. I'd have to say it depends really on how well the Megaman is with the lemons. Like, I'm gonna say straight up it's even, to be honest with you. Just because the fact that, one, I haven't fought enough Megamans, like really, really good ones, and offline to get a good, per se, like good view on it. Because Mega Man on Wi-Fi is rough. It's really rough. It's so annoying. It's really, really annoying. So I'm just gonna put even. Like, it really depends on how well the Mega Man is with lemons, and being able to keep out with like mix-ups with like leaf shield and grabs. I feel like if I got more accustomed to it, I could see Cloud winning it, to be honest. But right now, I'm just gonna put even in my eyes. I wish I had more to say on Mega Man. I really wish I did. Luigi. I think Luigi's wins are even. I might change this a little later, to be honest with you. I think the 0 deaths really make this kind of even, because if you mess up your spacing once, Luigi grabs you and kind of does his thing and kills you.
You both edge guard the crap out of each other.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
You both kind of just die off stage. It's a weird matchup.
Yeah. It's kind of a weird... It is kind of a weird matchup, because he can gimp you well, but we can just keep the Luigi players...
Him too.
Yes, because he doesn't really have many options to get back from ledge. I would say, too, probably Luigi's disadvantage is... I would say Luigi's disadvantage is worse than Cloud's. When they both got each other in the, in neutral. I think Cloud has a better time in neutral than Luigi, but definitely edgeguarding, they both dick each other out like so hard. Chrom, I think Chrom's probably even Stevens. Kenny just left, didn't he? Yeah, I'd say Chrom's honestly even on this one, just because they both just... Well, Chrom has really good frame data, and he can go kind of deep for what he wants to do. Chrom can kill you very, very quickly, too. And not to mention, he's fast. He's really fast. And he has a good out of shield option too. Like if he calls you out on like an aerial, let's say forward air. Let's just say the most telegraphed forward air in the world. He's like, I'll take the hit, don't care, up B, you're going with me. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't have to do too much to gimp you. And same with Cloud. Like if he has limit, he can just wait at ledge. And it doesn't matter if you sweet spot it or not. If he's grounded, he's going to Blade Beam limit at that. And most likely the Chrom player is going to air dodge to get that aerial drift back. If not, if they save their jump, cool. But you're most likely in trouble and you're going to die. Like they both edge guard each other very, very well. Because that's like back air the match and then cross slash to call them out on their hops in. Or their sure hop in aerials. I'd say wins. Wins to either wins or even. Steve has some gimping capabilities with like the minecart and stuff and like free moves like that. He could probably camp out Cloud pretty well, to be honest. But Cloud can again charge limit and a lot of his stuff on shield. You can up B, like even his up air or up tilts and stuff. I mean, yeah, they can shield it, bait it with like a sidestep or something. But if you're patient enough, you'll know when they're gonna stop or maybe just disengage, just reset neutral. Edge guarding for sure. Cloud has it on edge guarding. They can down tilt it, but you can space out like with the flame thing that he does. I don't know if it's like Flint that he does, but you could up B through that and miss that and just cut through the flame and get back. It sucks when he has Diamond. I would say Diamond and Gold makes the matchup a little bit more interesting because he can kill you relatively quickly. But most of the time, you see a minecart coming back, you can hop over it, bear it. Thank God you have that because if not, that would suck. Steve's disadvantage is kind of ball sack because again, Cloud can just kind of up air, nair, bear, keep him up there where he wants to. Either you just kind of have to wait on the anvil or like the air dodge that's gonna come down. One of the two options. And most time too, at a cart, you're gonna see a back air or some kind of aerial. You just have to be patient with that. And again, the fact that Cloud has a nice disjoint really helps in this matchup. Really helps. And Steve's kind of light too. Like you can kill him relatively quickly and keep him at the ledge, like ledge trapping Steve. Steve's in a world of hurt for that one. Real bad. Pikachu, not even. We lose the shit out of that. Pikachu's just fuck, man. Pikachu just goes hard. Pikachu kills you in every way, shape, and form. He's got Thunder Jolt. He can control neutral. You play his game all the time. I actually dislike fighting Pikachus. I think the only reason why I win against Pikachus is because a lot of the Pikachus that I've played, they just press way too many buttons, so I get free up Bs and free up smashes and stuff like that. Or get too greedy on Thunder Jolts. And if they keep Thunder Jolting too much, they're going to get back aired out there and die at quite of a low percentage. And Pikachu is kind of a light boy, 79. But a lot of the other stuff, I mean, he has free follow-ups. He's easy to... Cloud gets combo food to hell and back. Like, you got to save your jump against that matchup if you have any chance of winning that. But still, that's again a rough matchup. It's hard to edgeguard Pikachu due to the quick attack. And he's got Skull Bash to get back, and he doesn't have to do it like high. He can do it really low, then up B. He's got Thunder to stall out there to wait out limit. He could even stay like kind of like parallel to the ledge and just keep on Thunder Jolting a little bit. Just keep like waiting stuff out. Not to mention too, it's kind of hard to hit him due to his size. You really have to space things out and know when it's your turn and not be too aggressive if you want to win that matchup. But definitely Pikachu wins it so hard due to edge guarding, due to comboing. You can get 0 to death super quickly. I think he has a loop on Cloud that's true. It's just very hard to get away from this character for sure, or even just maintain stage control in general. Next character, Snake. I think Snake's actually even because honestly, you can contest a lot of his normals, his like tilts and stuff with your sword, and you can kind of hit his shield safely and not get blown up with nades and stuff. Edge guarding, when you're getting edge guarded as Snake, is kind of rough. Nikita makes life a little bit of a bitch. You kind of have to fake him out so you don't get Nikita'd. You have to worry about getting grabbed as well because Snake can really screw you up. Snake has really nice aerials for range and whatnot, and he's kind of quick. Like dash attack's kind of annoying, and you have to be careful when to like up B because again, grenades. Grenades make the matchup a little bit more honest per se, and there's certain times when you want to trade with nades and certain times you don't want to trade with nades. Snake can kind of make the ledge obsolete when he recovers because he just kind of recovers really high, but you have like options like limit climb hazard to snipe him out of the air. You can just up air and wait for him to land with neutral air dodge to up smash or grab him and throw him back out. Really Cloud's speed is what kind of saves him in that matchup, and his sword for his range, because Bear just kind of makes him kind of frustrated because you just keep hitting his shield for free and not blowing up the nades. Let's be real. So I think that's an even matchup. Richter, I used to fight a bunch of Richters in the beginning of Smash. It's kind of fallen off, so I might be a little bit wrong about this one. I think Richter, I'd have to say is even. Might be even or loses. Richter, his whole game plan is keep you out. Yeah, and you know at ledge what he's gonna do, because you know he's gonna do the holy fire, whatever it's called, and then into like F tilt, F smash, whatever, down tilt, especially if you get up. That was weird. I don't know why my TV just did that. Anyways, I would have to say Richter's projectile game's kind of annoying. Like you can call him out pretty quickly because like once he throws something and he's wrong guessing like the axe, you can just get in there with a dash attack or get in with the grab, jump over aerial with like over the fire if you call it, even the holy cross, whatever you want to call it. And if you keep like mid ranges to him, he's kind of in trouble. Edge guarding him is definitely in Cloud's favor for sure. Not on Wi-Fi though. Wi-Fi is a little bit more friendly to Richter, but I think I would have to say it's definitely even because he could probably kill Cloud relatively quickly, but I feel like though Cloud could keep Richter in disadvantage a little bit harder than Richter can keep Cloud. Ridley, I'm gonna say loses. I'm gonna straight up say loses. It is actually very, very hard to deal with Ridley. I'm sure Kenny, I know you're in the chat now. DK just throws you 50, and yeah, it does. It's totally to a gimp. Ridley's kind of the same case because Ridley has a lot of jumps. He can be an asshole, and also he has projectiles. The fire breath or the fireballs at ledge are kind of annoying. Really good aerials actually. Like he's got some nice range on it. His disadvantage though is ass. Like Cloud can do some damage to him and whatnot, but it just seems like it's super easy for Cloud to get gimped and cheese so hard from Ridley. Like I was bitching about how DK can like pretty much gimp him at like sub 50. Like pretty much Ridley can too. Like he really can just be very defensive and just kind of hop around like a dick and throw him away or just what is it, side B too. Like and honestly I think he can get away from ledge pretty quickly too. Go with Toon Link. I think Cloud wins against Toon Link because he doesn't really have range. He's such a quick character that if he guesses wrong with the projectile and like if you mix up your approaches, he can get in to where Toon Link doesn't want to be. And really the thing that Toon Link has, Cloud is, yes, you're so right, Cloud is a floaty killer. He can kind of get spiked with his up B. He can gimp him pretty out there. If you call it he's about to throw a projectile, you can bear him. If he jumps in, cross slash, you know. And then he also has his own projectile to damn it, cat. He has his own projectile to contest with like bombs, boomerang, stuff like that. So again, his disadvantage is kind of bad because if you call him out with doing down airs, you can just wait and like S smash him when he lands. And it's a quick, don't get me wrong, like S smash or down air coming down is quick to recovery, but if you call it out, man, you could just cut him up for sure. Also, I was going to mention too, Toon Link on ledge is probably a nightmare for him because Cloud can just kind of space stuff out and like just wait for him to commit to something to punish him. And again, if he up B's low, he can just down air through the stage because he lingers a while before he actually snaps to ledge. Kind of like the Terry effect, except he snaps faster than Terry. PT. I'd have to say PT's like, I think for like almost all the PTs I played, they like Squirrel's a bitch, right? Squirrel's the one that's a real pain in the ass. Ivysaur's a real pain in the ass. Actually, no. Ivysaur I'm okay with. Charizard's the one that's, like, honestly, I feel like contests Cloud the most. But, and now I mentioned those two characters. 2 out of 3. That'd be dumb to put them in wins and even. Because if you get, yeah, I'm just going to put even because, like, he can switch up his tempo so quick with, like, Squirtle and then going to Ivysaur, depending on situation. And Squirtle can get all the damage up because he's so low to the ground. Yes, you have Disjoint, but he's so low to the ground. He can get in, you know, combo you to hell, and then Ivysaur comes out. And if Ivysaur's not working, you got Charizard, who has crazy shit, too. Nair's super nice for that. Flame Breath really good for gimping tools. And even setting up for, like, overcommitment. And he has a nice out smash out of shield, too. I just, after talking it out, I'm going to go with even on that. Palu. See, I'm biased. I'm actually bad against Palutena. But I still think that Palutena is a good character. I don't know why a lot of people don't play her anymore. Palutena has, like, you know, invincible back air, nice forward air, really nice nair. Good edge guarding, and actually really quick character as it is. Nice up air too. Like, free, like, kill setups, right? But Cloud could possibly, like, keep him out, to be honest with you. Like, let's be real. Cloud could keep out Palutena. But yeah, invincible dash attack as well. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Anything with the shield is invincible, like, for a certain amount of frames. But I'm personally bad at this matchup, so I'm going to say even or loses just because of my playstyle on that. I'm sure if I got more training against Palutena, I could probably make it, like, even. I could see it being even. But I'm going to go with even or loses because she's quick, she has kill setups, her teleport's really annoying to deal with. I could see Bear being a really big bitch for Palutena. And then, like, you know, getting 2-framed when she teleports with, like, down tilt and dash attack and dare. And then she can kind of, like, dick around when you have limit and just wait stuff out. Like, you kind of have to wait your turn. She has a nice projectile, even with the auto reticle and the, something light. I can't remember what it's called. She kind of has it all, really. Like I said, she's quick, too. I don't know if she's quicker than Cloud, though. And her frame data is very nice, too. And good disjoints. I mean, that's kind of like Cloud, but better. Shulk! Fuck this character. This character whoops my ass. Like, really whoops my ass. Shield Monado really hurts me. Shield Monado, like, kind of fucks me up. I have a lot of multi-hit moves. So if I cross-slash a Shulk, they will go to Shield Monado and then just be like, lol, that was cute. And while I'm, like, doing the last hit of cross-slash, they'll punish me for it. Or even during my up B. Like, a lot of things that I want to do to, like, tell him no, stop doing that, he goes, that's cool, I'm cheating, I'm going to beat you now. And his edge guards are great. He has a very long sword. Good recovery. And, like, again, the Monado arts are so much better in this game. Like, he's got jump, he's got speed. Like, he changes up his tempo really, really quick. And his game plan, to be honest with you. And he can kill you quite early with the smash moves. Even with you being a 100 weight, base 100, he kind of doesn't care. He just kind of kills you. And, again, he can gimp you relatively easily. I think the only thing he can do when he's in shields, like, maybe up tilt, because I know the shield now got nerfed, but it's still you got to really outplay the Shulk to win that matchup. Like, you really, really do. Zelda. Nick already made a huge block about this, about how Zelda loses. I kind of have to agree on that, just because of the fact that, like, Zelda's slow. You kind of get in there, you whoop her ass, you can push her out. She has to, like, when she gets control of the stage, it's really annoying because she can kind of gimp you with, like, Nora's Love and then the Knight and stuff, like, can just straight up murder you. You know, all that stuff. But yeah, I just don't see Zelda, like, really messing up Cloud by any means. So I'm gonna have to give it to Cloud for sure. Maybe even like a really good Zelda could probably make it, like, wins or even, like, at best. just because the whole gimping capability of it. And if like you go low, she has Din's Fire to counteract it too, because most Cloud players want to stay to limit, and if not, they're going to burn it with Climb Hazard limit. So I don't know. I just feel like your disadvantage is a little bit rough when Cloud has it. Sephiroth I think is even right now. I haven't fought like a whole lot of Sephiroths. I played as Sephiroth. Cat, get down. So let me try that again. Sephiroth again is even, I would have to say, just for right now. I think I could see Sephiroth potentially taking it. I really could. But since his frame data isn't crazy, like when he's in disadvantage, Cloud is up in that ass. And it's kind of hard for Sephiroth to get, I feel like, back, because he can contest with Octoslash. Like if they reverse it and they fully charge it and let it rip, he can down air it actually and like trade and get like smacked away a little bit. I think the last hit's the only one I can't deal with. He's also really light, so Sephiroth can't mess up too well or too much. And if you kind of call him out, like him doing like the Shadow Flare, you can jump over it, bear, fair, you know, all that stuff. Again, kind of like the Toon Link's method, you know what Sephiroth would come down with. Every once in a while, they're going to come down with a down air, unless they're really predictable and they come down with it all the time. The only thing you got to be really careful of is kind of like the Joker syndrome, is when he has one wing in. When he gets his wing out, that shit hurts because he can murder you. You have options to stall out the Giga Flare when he throws it at ledge. I actually been working on where I do a cross slash, wait, jump, do another cross slash, wait, and then up B, so I can time it or wait for the thing to blow up, then up B the ledge. So there are options against that. You just have to be very careful about not being predictable, because this character will destroy you if you're too predictable. And not to mention if you stay in shield too long too. I mean, all he needs is one back air to down smash, and he can crack your shield. I think actually back air F tilt might crack it too. I think I'm wrong on that. That's in one winged though. I'll have to test that out. But yeah, I'm gonna go with even. Again, I haven't seen too much play of this. I personally think it's even because they really destroy each other. They really do. Roy wins this. Honestly, the only reason why Chrom is even is the fact that I can gimp him and I can get him back to when he recovers. Roy's a little bit of a harder case, and he has a limit side B at all times. Like, he has cross slash online at all times, and he can kill you at 80% with that. And he keeps your disadvantage really hard too. Like, it feels like every time you think you got him a disadvantage, he's down, because he has like the B reversals with Sword Dance. He can honestly just up B you when he wants to up B you, because he has armor on that, grounded wise. Or no, he doesn't. I think he does. I'm sorry, I might be wrong on that. But his up B is on, his Blazer's really good at his shield, to be honest with you. And he can contest you with that with his options. Like, he's you, but stronger, and I would say faster, like frame data wise. I don't know about speed wise, but he's definitely faster. And it just feels like everything works a little bit better with Roy than it does with Cloud. Like, he just kind of slaps you around. Like, when he has advantage state, he has advantage state. And it's a little bit easier for Roy potentially to win neutral as well. Like, when you're fighting Roy, I feel like you have to edge guard him so hard, and keep him disadvantaged so much longer than him keeping you disadvantaged, because he doesn't need too much to kill you. I mean, yeah, he has to get up close to kill you with it, but his speed's right there, and like I said, if he hits you with side B, he has an auto sweet spot combo with that. It's like two normals up and then forward, and then you're dead. Like, that move on ledge is nuts. It's just super duper nuts. Wolf is one of those characters that can play very defensive. Blaster's really good. His aerial drift is really good. His combo game is super good against Cloud. He has a lot of options against Cloud that are just so rude. I'd have to even say that even his recovery's hard to mess with, because you don't want to mess with it too much, because he'll like do a reversal on you. He's a strong character, and another character you don't see very often anymore. Like, he used to be all over when the game first started, but he's just not as relevant. I don't know why. And again, a very good character. But I think Wolf is one of those characters that he can play any game he wants to. He can be really lame if he wants to. He can just blaster you. He can gimp you super well when he wants to. He's got great combos, great aerials. His Nair is really impressive, like very, very impressive. Every time I think I can up B that shit, I can't. Like it has to be a very high Nair in order for that to work. Like top of my shield kind of shit. And like I said, his aerial drift is just nutty. The only worst thing about him that I'm better at is his speed. That's relatively it. But his frame data is just silly. It's kind of like Roy in a way, because when he has, I feel like when I'm on ledge against a wolf, it is a nightmare. It just feels like it's so hard to get back and trying to deal with that. I think Rob's honestly even or wins because Rob's been notorious ever since he got introduced in Brawl, where he sucked against swordies, right? He's always been that character. I think Cloud actually does pretty well against that because one, he's a big boy. Two, he has options to do to counteract things when he's like doing shit on your shield. Three, yeah, his projectile game is really good, and yeah, he can go deep and like game Cloud and stuff. But Cloud doesn't have to worry too much when he's recovering against Rob, or sorry, when Rob's recovering against Cloud, because he's like, yeah, that's cool, you are recovering, but I could like down you through the ledge and be like, does the up air through the stage because I can hit his arms because it's not technically a disjoint, it's still part of his body, it's a hitbox. I could bear him really deep out there. I have to be very careful about throwing my limit blade beam because if I be too predictable or too noticeable, they can do the, I think it's down be the roto arms where it reflects projectiles. That shit sucks. But, you know, if you call him out and just wait for the move to be done with, you just cross slash him instead because Cloud's fast enough, especially with limit because you get that speed boost to go out there and cut them up. Keeping him in the air is kind of nice too because, yeah, you don't care if he's up being way up there and dicking around. You can just kind of like, you know, wait for him to come down. I mean, I've seen Rob players actually wait out my limit by going all the way out there, literally giving up stage control and going to the top of the map just to wait out my limit for 14 seconds, 15 seconds, however long it is. And it's like, really? You're going to do that? I'm kind of surprised. I figured you just kind of fight it out, but they'll do that. And I'd say Rob, when Rob has you at ledge, it's a little bit of a nightmare because you got to deal with the gyro. And then he has a lot of combos in a gyro, and then down tilt's really nice. But again, Cloud can, you know, up B that. No, he can't up B that one. That's frame 3, I think it is. But a lot of the other ones he can, like, if you space it out, like if you get used to his Nair or whatever, you can just cut him with the sword. So you kind of contest with his big hitboxes with your big hitboxes. And he's a big body, which really screws him for that. But I have to say that's wins or evens for sure. For sure. I'm going to go with Pit. I fought a couple Pit players. Pit has to capitalize on me recovering. But honestly, his neutral isn't bad. He's kind of quick. Like, he can kill me relatively quickly, to be honest with you. And he can get me really well with those arrows. I'd have to say whatever that move is called, something orbital, the down B with the shield, that move tilts me more than anything else. That feels like a free I got down from disadvantage kind of card. But if anytime you have him up B, you got to kill him. You got to kill him. Or keep having to do up B so you know it's coming and then punish him for it. Like, he can stall out too. Like, he has the arrows. He can play the lame game. His frame data really isn't that bad. He has, I think his down throw into bear. He has a kill setup. I don't know what percentage it is. But he can go out there and gimp you too as well. If you don't want to shoot arrows, you can just go out there like nair him or fair him or whatever the hell you want to do. So really his movement really saves him, to be honest with you. His options and all his jumps. That really helps him out a lot too. Especially with getting down with his disadvantage state. Because he can act like he's burning his jumps. And oh, by the way, jump 3, I'm actually going to like, you know, do the down B and take your back air and not get any damage for it and then punish you for it. Like, it's kind of nice. It really is. So I'm going to put that even just because they both kind of edge guard each other kind of hard. And then Pit really can gimp him, but Cloud can kind of keep him out with, like, you know, his massive sword and stuff. Because I know a lot of Pit players complain about how small Pit's hitboxes are. But really the saving grace is, like, maybe Pit's, like, burst speed and stuff. Like, what he can get off his grabs. So I would say that would be the saving grace. So that's why I say it's even. They both kind of trade in that aspect of things. Rool. Cloud. I think I talked about it with... No, I haven't. Actually, he might be the first person I'm talking about this with. I'm lying. I'm sorry. No, I did. I talked about it with Bowser. So the only saving grace about the Bowser matchup is from ledge. Imagine that with Cloud, except now you have to worry about not getting grabbed, because if you get grabbed at ledge with Rool with his back to it and he back throws you, you're dead. Like, without limit at 80 or 90%, you can die to that. Like, that move got a buff, and that was nice for him. But yeah, it's kind of like the same thing. Hit when he doesn't have a lot of aerials that really, like, I have to worry about. Like, you have to worry about mostly about Nair, but you kind of just wait for that, kind of up B him, keep him at ledge, watch, rinse, repeat. Don't get too greedy. Everyone knows about the whole suck and cuck thing. I don't know. I don't feel really threatened too much from K-Roll at ledge as much anymore as when the game first came out. To be honest. Lucario, I would say, wins. Cloud wins against Lucario. Honestly, it's because the few Lucarios I have played, they just want to, like, try to wall me out, and I don't feel like they have a whole lot until they get rage, and you just kind of have to play around, run back S smash, and you got to watch out for command grabs. He's really floaty too, and like I said, Cloud's really good at killing floaty characters, to be honest with you. Cross slash cuts up a lot of his approaches that he wants to do. It's really hard for Lucario to get in, and once he does, yeah, he can do some nice strings, but winning that neutral interaction to get that advantage state is just like, holy shit, I'm just getting beat up for trying to get in here, Like, yeah, you can charge Aura and keep tossing him out, but it's not like Mewtwo over here who can keep tossing that shit out left and right, So, and Lucario needs some love, that's for sure, to make this matchup even, I would say. But, yeah, and again, I'm not the expert in Lucario, but the ones I have fought, it just felt like Cloud kind of controlled the matchup pretty well on that. Greninja. I think Greninja wins. I know Snare's probably watching this freaking out, but I actually think Greninja wins. Greninja has so many tools to screw over Cloud. He has Hydro Pump to gimp him. He has Counter to gimp him. He has kill setups that are super nasty. He can go so deep to get my ass, too. And he's quick, too. Like, Greninja's very, very quick. Really, Cloud's saving grace is probably getting Greninja in disadvantage, because Greninja's disadvantage is not too awesome. He has, like, Nair out of shield, probably his best bet. Like, his out of shield options are kind of bad for Greninja. And I have a disjoint too, but a lot of the stuff that Greninja has is faster than mine. Like, he can probably cut me before I even think about attacking him. I have to, like, ledge trap him super, super hard, and I kind of have to be risky and go out there and, like, cross slash him or blade beam against the stage and have him, like, up B into it. I had to really, really outplay the Greninja and not be too obvious or stupid about my approaches. And it just feels like Greninja can kill me so quick, especially if I, like, call an up B early and I don't, like, sweet spot it. He can just, like, Hydro Pump me, and then I'm just in free fall and I die. Or if I go too high and then Greninja has a stock ahead and he counters me, he could just do the counter that comes down and below and, like, spike me and kill me for that. Like, he has a lot of shit on Cloud that just really hurts in that matchup. It really, really, really hurts. I'm gonna go with this little rat bastard. I feel like I'm pretty good at this matchup against Pichu, but I still think Pichu's a little asshole. I think it's still really hard for Cloud to actually win that matchup. Like, dear God, you have to respect this little rat bastard. It's just the same thing as Pikachu, just lighter. Pichu has to make less mistakes in order not to die. That's kind of the matchup in the nutshell. Pichu has loops on you. He has still the thunder or whatever. I think he's faster than Pikachu is. I'm not sure. It feels like he is. He's small as hell to hit too. It's really hard to gimp him. Good luck trying to gimp him, I should say. You kind of have to, like, call him out for habits. You really, really do. Like I mentioned about Pikachu, and you have to, like, outplay them in neutral so hard and, like, over and over and over again. Not as much as Pikachu, because, again, Pichu is lighter. So you just have to be really aware of what the Pichu is going to do and punish him accordingly, and do like a big punish. The only difference is you don't have to deal with, I would say, as much Thunder Jolt play because they hurt themselves. I know they toned it back a bit, but like you have to kind of like focus more on limit charging maybe, and like force him to like damage himself a little bit more. That's the only saving grace about that matchup I could say, is like that Pichu keeps hurting himself, and like one bear at like 80 at ledge could kill him. So really ledge trapping him is the key to victory on that, but it's still, Pichu doesn't have to do much to kill you. He really doesn't. Like down tilt, forward air, down air, grab, up throw if you're not ready for it. And you know, most of the time you are, because most Pichus are really really obvious when they keep dash dancing. Like, oh, he's gonna whiff punish me, and this character's really good at whiff punishing actually, because if you whiff something and then they're there, they're gonna grab your goodies and you're kind of gone. I think Sheik's actually kind of bad for Cloud. It's one of those characters that it's hard to edgeguard. She has really good frame data, really a lot of plus moves on shield where I can't like up tilt or up B, up smash, stuff like that. She's in your ass all the time. She gives, she can go super deep and come back with no fears. Needles are really annoying. I feel like I'm combo food for everything too, because of the simple fact that like I'm 100. It feels like the Captain Falcon setup again, where if I get hit, I feel I'm going for a ride for a while, especially if I'm getting grabbed. It just feels like it's very not fun. Like, not fun at all. I have to space my nuts off, and she's super good at whiff punishing. Oh my god, is she good at whiff punishing? And she can play the lane game. She can just needle me out too. If like she's in the lead and she wants me to approach, she'll tell you like, okay, here's some needles, you know, come at me, dude. And even ledge trapping here is definitely a rough time. It's definitely not a free game. I even comboing, or like when you have her above her, she can like bouncing fish the other way and like kind of get back for free. She just has a lot of options to get out of her disadvantage state, and it just feels like she wins neutral very, very well. The only thing is she takes forever to kill, so if she has troubles gimping you, she's gonna have a really hard time killing you unless this Sheik player is really good at her confirms. If they are, oh boy, you're still in a world of pain, because she doesn't gimp you. She has like needles, up smash, tipper, bouncing fish, you know, all that shit. She has a lot of stuff she can do. ZSS, I like to say we win, because I know like you have to be careful about whiffing a grab. Like honestly, you can just tell yourself not to grab for the next 15 seconds when I have limit, because if you miss a grab, I'm gonna finishing touch you. You're gonna die. I feel like a lot of the stuff she does on your shield, that Cloud could punish it for it. I'd actually even go to the point where edgeguarding her isn't as bad, even if she does have kickflip, because yeah, you have up air that's like a continuous hitbox, and you have barrier too that can just snipe her out of it, and even up smash too. Really, her side B is really annoying to deal with. Her speed's very good. She has really good frame data on that. She can kill you pretty well too. Like again, that's Cloud's biggest problem is getting gimped. To be honest, a sign of a good Cloud player is not getting gimped. Like if you realize you're not getting gimped, you're like, okay, I'm getting better as a Cloud main. Like that's a big thing. I would actually even put in my eyes, I even put wins or evens potentially. I can hear all of the ZSS mains probably screaming right now, like, what the fuck? What are you saying? You're crazy. But I'd like to do this matchup more. That if I could actually say that, I'd like to do this matchup more, just because of the simple fact that like I don't get a whole lot of experience with ZSSs. But for the ones I have, I'd say wins or even, not just wins entirely. Peach. I think Peach. This is very reminiscent to Marth from Melee versus Peach. Cloud can actually contest a lot of her stuff. You have to know when to up B, obviously, because her frame data is good. Honestly, turn up got a nerf compared to other games because it takes forever to get out. You have really good options to do anti-airs with her, because a lot of Peaches want to float, and cross slash is really good for that. Very, very good for that. Even back airing them, is good. You have a nice out of shield option to kid her, like, hey, Peach, get the hell off, reset neutral in a way. Peach can kind of float there at ledge and gimp you and kill you. She can like wait, go out there and slap you. She can bury you. You know, even the turn-ups is kind of annoying. You kind of have to time it with your up B to kind of cut through that. It doesn't feel as impossible to get back from ledge compared to other characters like Roy, Pichu, you know, Sheik, all these guys, to be honest. It helps that, again, a lot of Peach's main kit is like float stuff. So you know she wants to float before she does it, you know? So you kind of have to like call her out, like, hey, stop. You want you to stay grounded. Gotta play my game. So you can kind of like grab her and make her a little bit weaker because I don't feel like she is as good grounded as she is like floating or aerial wise. So, and even when you're grounded, you have like cross slash to interrupt her or like run under up tilt or even like just jump away back air, you know, stuff like that. You have some good options to contest her with. I don't know what to say about Rosalina and Luma. I know in Smash 4 Cloud 1, in this game you don't see much play from her. And I hate to say this, I don't know much, because, again, you don't see much. If nothing's really changed, and I know she's kind of gotten nerfed from the last game, I'd have to say Cloud wins that still. Just because of the simple fact, the same things as the other game. I mean, Rubby doesn't do anything. Yeah, she can kind of do, like, put Luma at the ledge and do crazy shit. But I feel like she's a little bit laggier, and up B is going to help out a lot more now. Her saving grace now is, like, Cloud doesn't have limit anymore. But I don't know if it's harder for her to give Cloud or if it's easier. I'm not too sure. But it just feels like the fact that she's light, she's a floaty, and Cloud's notorious for being a floaty killer. I'm gonna have to just say that, like, Cloud wins that. I'm gonna have to say that. And again, I wish I had more knowledge on Rosa. I'll be honest, I don't have a shit ton of knowledge on that because, again, very obscure character. You don't see it very often. So yeah, Ness. I'm gonna go with Ness next because I think we were talking about characters who had notorious. I think I talked about it earlier. I'm sorry. Ness has been one of those characters who been notoriously bad against disjoint characters. Ness has always been bad against, like, Marth. I'm sure Ness is actually bad against Lucina. Maybe it's even. I'm not sure. Cloud can actually get past a lot of his ledge traps that he wants to do, like the whole yo-yo at ledge where he, like, winds it up. He can actually negate that, cut through the yo-yo, and grab ledge now since Cloud snaps the ledge, which, thank you, Sakurai. That really helps. Ness has a problem kind of... I honestly believe Ness has a problem getting in because a lot of his aerials are like straight outwards. Even his PK fire is downwards. You can kind of hop over it and cut him that way. You even have cross slash to cut him up with that way. And even when you're recovering, you can go out there and do limit cross slash. Yes, you have blade beam too, but you have to be careful about the whole side magnet. His advantage is probably kind of rough. He could probably stall with side mag, but you can probably get called out with that with an up air. Or even limit climb hazard, one of the two. It just feels like Ness has a really hard time getting back compared to Cloud does. Like, as long as you don't get hit by PK Fire, I feel like you're okay, or like a back air or some stuff like that. Ness could probably go out there, but it probably would take a while, I feel like, to get back. And like I said, I don't see many Nesses really go deep because they just kind of want to wait for either yo-yo or like try to angle it PK Fire. But I think Cloud can cut through that, and I don't think it'll ignite. I could be wrong, but I don't think it does. I haven't seen many Nesses do that. I mean, yeah, they could gimp you with side magnet, but they got to really commit, and if they don't, or if they overcommit and miss, I could just suicide them too. I could just bring them with me and say GG, you know? So I just feel like Cloud wins that, to be honest with you. I almost want to put Lucas as a losing matchup, to be honest with you, because Lucas can just kill you with so much shit. I almost do. Like, you know what? I'll even do this. I'll even put even or loses. Like, the snake's really annoying. His PK Fire sends you outwards at a stupid-ass angle. The stupid-ass up B can gimp you so well. I remember someone doing that to me, like, trying to cheese me super hard. And I'm like, no way, this is a real thing. I honestly had to abuse my range and make it so he couldn't get in and to beat him. Because I just either, like, back aired him, cross slashed him, or up B. Like, I just kept him out and made him super frustrated. And try to stay neutral or center stage as much as possible. Because when Lucas has you at ledge, it's terrifying. It's like, oh shit, I could die to a PK Fire because it hits me outwards. and then he's like, oh, by the way, up B, now you gotta deal with this shit. Like, I even tried timing it where I'd up B it and like cut through it. The tail still hits me, and that's what kills me the most is that stupid tail. The tail just like really messes me up. I don't get it. I do not get it. So like I said, I would have to say it's an even or lose this matchup just because of the fact that a lot of his kit just sends me out at a terrible spot, and he has really good stuff to get me and like keep me in a disadvantage. And he's a strong character actually. He's really strong. Diddy, I'm honestly gonna go Diddy Kong with even. I haven't fought many many Diddies in this game. I don't know why. I think Diddy's actually a solid character. I really do. Definitely solid high tier. A lot of his stuff is obviously bananas. We all know. He's kind of an asshole with that. I think he has really good burst options to open up Cloud and neutral. With like the monkey flip, banana. His aerials are good. He has good ass kill confirms. Really good at whiff punishing too. Like that down tilt to up smash. That it's not as strong as it once was, but it's still pretty good. I've seen even Diddy's do some nice little ledge traps where like they do DI mix up of like a grab when they get up from ledge, down throw to dare. If you DI in, it's like, oh shit, I'm dead. Like, oh my god. But again, I can contest him with like my sword. I can honestly even time it right where I catch the banana and hit him back. I have limit too. I have some options that can get me back. I'm quick as well, and it's harder to keep, I think, in Diddy in disadvantage, kind of like what I mentioned about Sheik with bouncing fish. He has the monkey flip, which is really, really, really good to get him out of that. But again, I think they honestly trade stocks. I think honestly the matchup's a lot of fun. The matchup's a lot of fun because it's really explosive and quite entertaining to play. The few Diddies I did play, I'm like, wow, I kind of want to keep playing this. So I think they both kind of mess each other up on ledge. It's kind of harder to gimp each other. Or sorry, I think it's actually Diddy's has an easier time gimping Cloud than Diddy Kong because his up B is really good. He has monkey flip. He has really good stuff to get back to ledge. Just you have to ledge trap him. You really, really, really do. Jigglypuff, we win. This is very reminiscent of Melee. Puff is just very floaty. Has to do a lot of aerials. You can kind of just disjoint the shit out of him. Kind of anti-air him. Puff can gimp you very, very quickly though. You can't sleep on this character. This character will kill you if you think, oh, I'm gonna be fine if I just keep throwing out aerials. Good Puff players will sneak up in there and just gimp you very low percentages. That's its main strategy. That and the sing stuff, but you can probably beat that with your disjoint by like fair, bear, all that shit, cross slash. You don't really up B too much in this matchup just because of the fact that like Jigglypuff has such crazy aerial momentum. You have to like I feel like I don't really use up B too much in this matchup. I really use up smash if they do like a smash on my shield or something silly like that. I don't even like up B, I think, even when they pound my shield. Maybe every once in a while just to kind of tell them to back off. But if I see a pound coming, I'll just like drift away further and like back arrow them or shield up smash, one of the two. Or even actually just up smash. I think I can test that with that. I think so. I can't remember right now. Wi-Fi does some weird stuff. But really, just the fact that he's light. Cloud's kind of a better aerial fighter, I feel like, compared to Puff. Because, again, disjoints, and he has nice aerial drift on his stuff, too. Not as good as Jigglypuff's, obviously, but I just feel like Cloud has answers for Jigglypuff's gameplay, for sure. Incineroar, I would definitely win. Incineroar's biggest problem, I think, is his speed, and Cloud can gimp him pretty quickly. When he does the up B, you can down air him. Incineroar can do some nasty stuff to you. Like, his advantage state is rude. It's super rude. But he doesn't really have much of an answer for back air other than, like, revenge. And if you see it coming, like, yeah, he might get you the first time with it, but if you see it coming, you just kind of, like, do nothing, wait, grab, throw him off ledge, and do your thing, And also, when he side Bs, I think you have enough time to punish it with, like, a meaty move. So, Incineroar just has a really hard time getting in. He doesn't really have much answers to deal with Cloud swords, even with like parry stuff. You're not going to get much off it, especially if he's a good Cloud player and he spaces stuff very well. He just has like when Incineroar's gonna have to make his punish game like extremely good in order to get Cloud to be like sweating a bit. So Nah, Incineroar doesn't have too much on Cloud. Cloud has a lot on Incineroar, especially ledge trapping. Like, there's not much you can do at ledge. There really isn't. Down tilt's really nice though. Like, you can bait out the up B with that. Like, down tilt shield, wait for it, grab them. Do your thing. Just when you finally get your hands on Cloud, it's like, I gotta make this count. I have to make this count. If not, I'm gonna die. Inkling. I don't think Cloud does well against Inkling. I think Inkling is another character that's not used very often anymore, but Inkling has a lot of tools to get around Cloud. His dash dancing is one of the big things that I feel like really dicks Cloud. He's so low to the ground, it's hard to hit him. He can whiff punish super, super fast. He has, what is it? I think neutral B, where it pushes me away for a long time before I actually would grab ledge. That matchup sucked because he could just charge B or just use B and push me away and I wouldn't grab ledge. It's like, holy shit. Inkling's ledge trapping is nutty against Cloud compared to Cloud on Inkling. He has free combos on me. It feels like when I get hit, my weight is again perfect, just like Captain Falcon, where I get combo clear off stage and I get carried all the way out. Backer is very nice. It's a nice disjoint and it can kill me relatively easily. Splat Bomb, like I mentioned, is another one that's super good at ledge trapping. It's just very hard to set up on Inklings. Like, you have to beat them in neutral really, really hard. Like, really, really hard. They just don't really care about your spacing because they can get underneath it really quickly. You have to mix it up for sure. And it's really hard to, I feel like, gimp Inkling or even kill Inkling off ledge because their up B is super quick. I don't know why, it just throws me off. It reminds me of like Arsene's but faster, to be honest with you. Without invincibility too. Pac-Man! I fought local Pac-Man that's pretty good. I feel like honestly Cloud wins that. Pac-Man has good frame data. He just lacks range. Cloud kind of has answers for his little shenanigans. He's one of those characters as Pac-Man, if you miss, he's going to make you punish for sure. If you call out a grab and like roll or something, you could probably get a finishing touch on him. Cross slash, blade beam, I don't know why you do that, but still you could just punish him. Even S smash. I think you could even S smash his grab. You can kind of dick with the hydrant a lot, to be honest, and you're fast. You have options to kind of edge guard him really hard, and you could honestly even two frame him pretty quickly too with like the whole up B stuff because you don't have to worry about getting hit by it. It does hit you, but it's not like something you have to be terrified of. You can even go down there and steal his trampoline. Like, I know everyone can do that, but Cloud's quick enough to go down there, come back, not to worry about it. Really his range, and I would say maybe even his speed, what makes this matchup kind of rough. But he has good frame data. Like, you can't do anything about dash tag. If a Pac-Man dash attacks, you know another aerial is coming. Like, just shield that and wait, and then punish him for the aerial, because I think dash tag has 0 lag. Like, it's immediate, It's just crazy. And it just feels like when he does his item game, you just kind of wait stuff out. Like, you could charge limit, you could mix it up by doing a dash attack grab, force him to do an option. With his advantage, hydrant's coming, so kind of like wait it out, then punish him accordingly. And sometimes if like they already blew hydrant and he's in disadvantage, you have his ass. Like, you just kind of wait for the air dodge then. Like, he just has a lot of answers to what Pac-Man's gameplay is. Lucina. I want to put Lucina even, to be honest with you, just because it's Marth 2.0. Marth is just one of those characters that, sorry, not Marth. Lucina is one of those characters that's Marth but better. Don't have to worry about Tipper. Yeah, I can kill you. There's this really good Lucina player named None. I felt like the matchup didn't feel impossible by any means. It's definitely a neutral-based game. Like, whoever loses neutral first is going to take a lot of damage. They both can really screw each other over, and I feel like I can contest with the whole like spacing game and not worry too much about Tipper as much. Yes, she can get me with like down tilt and counter if I like up B high. If she calls me out on it, she can go really deep and forward air me. It's the same thing as Marth, really. Just don't have to worry about, like, dying super quickly to, like, tip her. But she's still a strong character and very agile. And honestly can dick around with my shield, too. Like, she can, like, fair and drift really far back and, like, bait an up B. And she has a nice up B, too, if I, like, do a forward air way too close or a bear or any of my aerials too close in on her. So I think it's a pretty even matchup because they both punish each other for misspacing and they both ledge trap each other extremely hard. Extremely hard. Probably maybe Lucina might be able to gimp. Yeah, I would say Lucina would probably be able to gimp a lot harder than Cloud would be able to on Lucina. But it's one of those things that you can call her out and, like, it's kind of like option selector from ledge trapping. You gotta have to ledge trap her really, really hard. Maybe even Cloud might ledge trap a little bit faster because you can get back to the ground a little bit quicker than Lucina because she's so floaty. So that might be like the saving grace on that. That's probably where they trade off. Meta Knight. I think personally, Meta Knight can definitely win this. I'm gonna put it even though because as much as I bitch about this matchup, the only one I've lost to is a Wi-Fi Meta Knight, to be honest with you. But, like, Meta Knight has so much shit. Like, he's so cheesy. So fucking cheesy, man. Meta Knight can gimp you really, really quick. He just has no range. You just have to worry about dash attack because, like, dash attack starts off, like, about every single combo that character has. Like, every single one. I shit you not. It just seems like if you call that out, they're going to struggle. And you just got to outspace the shit out of Meta Knight. Like, and not get gimped. That is the two biggest things you have to worry about against Meta Knight. Don't get gimped, don't get dash attack. You got those two things on a wrap, you're looking pretty good. Because there's this Michigan player I fought, she was ranked. I can't remember her name right now. I don't know, she was like really popular on Twitter for like Meta Knight combos. And I beat her and I didn't even know who it was. I just was thinking to myself to just not deal with her stuff. Like just keep spacing out and kind of throw projectiles and play lame and not get dash attacked, and that's kind of how I won. Like, just don't force options, and like every once in a while mix in like a dash attack or grab, you know, kind of keep them on their toes, not keep pushing me to the ledge, just kind of control center stage, and not try to screw too much around ledge because they can drill rush the ledge, and the last hit for some reason won't do like a stun effect. It'll just like push you away and you're just in this weird state and it just pushes you away against ledge. It's very fucking cheesy. I don't know why Meta Knight's been doing that, but it works and I hate it. I hate it so much. So, and honestly, too, like the cloud buff of him snapping a ledge really saved him in this matchup. Before it felt like they could just down tilt or do the drill rush that ledge and just push you away and you were dead. You're just super, super dead. Kirby, definitely think Cloud wins that too. Kind of like the Ness effect and honestly Jigglypuff effect. Kirby has to wait for his opening. He's good at whiff punishing. Kirby's very good at whiff punishing. Very strong character, but like he just keeps getting cut up by that sword. That sword just keeps him out. Like if Kirby cannot get in and you just wall him out, it feels like it's almost impossible for Kirby to do stuff. And like you can definitely edge guard the shit out of him. His aerial drift's really slow. You can definitely do a lot of out of shield options, like, you know, up B, up smash. Nair, you know, grab, whatever you want to do, to be honest with you. I don't think there's really any move you have to like, oh shit, you can't up B that. Yeah, and even like when he steals your power, he has Blade Beam, which, big deal. Obviously Kirby can gimp you because he has a bazillion jumps. You just have to worry about pretty much spacing and don't get grabbed, because if he grabs you, you're going to take a good amount of damage, and then he's in control, and you know the whole 9 yards. I think you guys all seen the Kirby combos. So that's I know I went over that one pretty quick, but that's kind of it in a nutshell. I just think Cloud just cuts him up. Wii Fit Trainer. Wii Fit Trainer, they like the ledge. We do too. I like to just kind of stay at the ledge and keep edge guarding them. They like to throw balls at the ledge, and if you know it's coming, you kind of dash attack it. A lot of stuff you can up B her stuff. She kind of has a disadvantage state. You have to worry about deep breathing, which she gets a speed boost. She's stronger. She takes less damage. She turns into God for a little while. You can kind of lame her out because you're fast as it is, and you can kind of contest with her like her projectile game. But I think at certain points Cloud wins that matchup just because of the fact that like he has disjoint, and I think this character suffers against disjoints, and you also have limit, and you can get it. I feel like you can get it faster because I know on a stock if you keep doing deep breathing, you it takes longer to come into the circle. Cloud's limit just still always, you know, if they don't get anything off like the first or second try of it, and you know when they're gonna do it, you can kind of like scare them by like going out there and back airing them, or going out there and throwing a blade beam just to make them go, oh shit, I gotta jump now, or let them take the damage or whatever. Because they come low, you can just kind of down air them through the stage with their up B, because there's like the only hitbox they can get on the sides with the hula hoops, not in the top or bottom. So you can kind of just keep that up. But if Wii Fit's whole gameplay wasn't around the ledge, it'd be interesting to see how this matchup would be. Maybe later on it'll be even. Who knows? But I feel like since they like the ledge so much, and if you're a good Cloud and you like ledge trapping, you'll be fine in that matchup. You'll be definitely fine in that matchup. This one I don't know much about, but I know in Smash 4 everyone freaking hated Cloud as Villager. I think this character got nerfed, and it felt like this character's biggest thing was if you kind of mix up your approach and don't keep going with aerials like I was in the last tournament and keep getting sniped by forward air and bear, you can definitely cut this character up pretty quickly and like call him out, like run up underneath him, up smash him, you know, or run underneath up tilt or cross slash or whatever. I feel like you're fast enough to just throw this character off tempo. You don't have to worry about getting bowling balled too much because you can just kind of like drift back, up B, then grab ledge. This character has explosive damage, though, I will say, like with the whole tree and stuff, but it just feels like this character wants to jump a lot, and you can kind of snipe him for that. And especially this character on ledge. This character doesn't have a whole lot on ledge. You have to be careful about him pocketing your limit blade beam, but again, if that's the case, just kind of call it out, like act like you're going to throw it out, keep drifting towards him, then cross slash him, or just attack him in general, bear him, whatever you want to do. This character has really good, or Cloud has really good answers for what he wants to do on your shield with like up B and stuff. Because I think he doesn't have that crazy good frame data. His recovery is really hard to kill because of the fact that you got to pop both balloons. I just kind of aim for him. I still don't know why I try to like down air him. I've gotten it successfully a couple times because I popped the balloons and my hitbox was still out and they air dodged, so they air dodged into my spike hitbox because it was still there. You could do that if you know they're like trying to avoid something. I think halftime people just let their balloons pop and then they like pop up and then grab ledge. I might be wrong about that. Someone could critique or correct me, that'd be great. But it just feels like Cloud kind of has the answers. And also, again, it's a floaty character, and I think Cloud's extremely good against floaty characters. I used to think Banjo was even or losing due to the fact I couldn't snap the ledge for a long time. I'd have to say Banjo's now probably either even or winning or even. I'm not too specifically sure. The only Banjos I ever fired freaking Wi-Fi. And they all kind of have the same strategy. You just kind of wait out the whole... what's that move called? Wonder Wing, and they shit eggs a lot, and they can't gimp you as well as they used to because you snapped a ledge. Because for a while there, they could just keep shooting eggs at ledge, and then you wouldn't grab ledge because the eggs kept hitting you, and it was a fucking awful matchup. It felt awful. You had to like make sure you won neutral and not overcommit anything. But now since I snapped the ledge, I feel like the matchup's a lot more even now because I can still punish them for like if they keep abusing Wonder Wing. You can just kind of call it out because you know as soon as they're in disadvantage, they're gonna let that shit rip. Their up B's not as scary. They can do the Sonic where they do the spring and let it fall on your head and gimp you that way. But it's not as potent as Sonic's, I feel like. But it's still a rough one, I'd say. But I'm always gonna keep that as even. Just because I just don't think the matchup got any worse, and I don't think it got any better. The only thing that made it better would say just me snapping a ledge because I can still like keep him out, and his game plan is kind of obvious of what he wants to do. But his arrows are good and stuff. But I just feel like it's an even matchup. Maybe I just need more experience on that too. I could be wrong. Let's go with Mewtwo. Mewtwo's evens or wins. I haven't fought many Mewtwo's, to be honest with you. But I feel like Mewtwo's always had issues with swords, but since he has a fast projectile, he can kind of like force you to jump and then like forward air you. He has a really nice range on his moves. He's kind of quick. He's honestly one of those characters that's really close to a high tier character. Like he's gotten very, very good. But the only thing that sucks about him is his disadvantage. Like it's not as good as it used to be. And I feel like Cloud can kind of keep Mewtwo disadvantage a lot harder than Mewtwo can keep Cloud disadvantage, because in Smash 4 you could like kind of just air dodge and you're like, oh, by the way, I'm plus now, and do your stuff. But it just feels like Mewtwo's big thing is he can go really deep and just swat at you. So maybe since he can go so deep, I could see it being even. But yeah, I might just keep it that, because like Mewtwo has the Shadow Balls and whatnot, and he can go really deep for like kills. And I mean really deep. I see Mewtwo's go out there all the time, and he has really good kill potential. And I think Mewtwo's as fast as Sheik. Just his frame data isn't as good. Like his running speed is just as fast as Sheik's, which is kind of nutty. And I think what keeps Cloud in the game is the fact that Mewtwo's hurt box is his hitbox, and it's so huge. It's so freaking huge. Like that tail gets him in trouble so much. And Cloud has options for him to like nairs on his shield. He can up B him or up smash. I think up B, sorry, not up smash. But if he does like a tilt on his shield, you can get a free up smash. He's super duper light. You cannot mess up as Mewtwo, because if you do, Cloud will probably eat that ass. Like straight up. He will eat that ass for sure. Ryu, I want to put even or wins or wins entirely. So Ryu's whole game plan is pretty much just like fireball the character, right? He just wants you to keep coming in. He's going to keep Hadokening you, all that shit. He wants you to jump in so he can get like a Shoryu on you or like a big meaty punish. I think due to the fact that Cloud's so fast, he can just kind of just say whatever and cut through the fireball and hit you. And it's just like the other Shotos. They kind of get edge guarded really hard. And the big thing about Ryu is his projectile game. So I think Cloud can handle that pretty well due to limit, his sword, and all that shit. I just think that it's just like the other two Shotos. He doesn't really care about it, and if he tries to press buttons on his shield, you can see it coming by either like rolling or up being out of it and not getting like collar broked, because that's the big thing, that Ryu's really good at cracking shields. Same with Ken too, to be honest with you. But again, Cloud's up B makes it so he doesn't care about it and gets out of it. So I'm gonna say Cloud wins that just as well, because Ken, come on. It's going to be the same as Ken with Ryu. Just don't... You have to deal with more projectiles with Ryu than you would with Ken. Ken doesn't really throw many projectiles. I kind of wish I knew more about Robin. I fought a really good Robin named One Crit Man. He handled me pretty well. I honestly don't know this matchup very well. I never really saw it in Ultimate. And I like to play it more. I could see it where Cloud could honestly expose Robin pretty well, but I feel like the ledge trapping from Robin, due not just to arc fire, but the other things with 11 sword combos, damn, like that comes out really quick, to be honest with you. Like it's kind of nutty. But I could see them really messing each other up. Cloud, yes, is faster, but those projectiles and the setup he has with all that stuff at ledge, he can just ledge guard him just as hard as Robin can ledge guard Cloud. I think it might be one of those like mid-tier, low-tier characters that Cloud has to watch out for. And also his aerials are pretty quick. I like to look it up on Ultimate Frame Data just to see how it is. But he can call you out when he jumps. Like if you know, like he throws out an arc fire and he knows you're gonna jump, he'll just run out there and forward area. It's like, oh shit, okay, what do I do now? Because there's a big wall in front of me and he's doing 11 sword. Like, I feel like you gotta really pick and choose how to go in and maybe wait for him to waste his 11 sword, or maybe wait for him to waste his arc fire before you go in. But like if he does hit you on shield, you can do the up Bs and get him off you to like change the tides and maybe change neutral into your favor, and you're in advantage state now. So there's kind of, I feel like it's just definitely an even game. Like you just have to like mix it up and call them out on what it is, but they really do screw each other over hard. They really, really do. Hero. I should have put I don't know. I really should put I don't know. I'm just gonna put Hero as as even. He's just so RNG. His aerials are kind of his normals are kind of He kind of has to like pray to base god for stuff. Hope for the right roll. Cloud's so fast, I think he can like keep on him. His biggest thing would probably be like side B with the lightning. That's really freaking annoying. You don't really see him do much of the fireball spell. As soon as he's out of mana, you just kind of blow him up. Really, you got to be careful, and everyone does, about the mana burst. That sucks because when you come low, you're just gonna get ate up because he literally destroys a ledge, just like Sephiroth's Giga Flare. You can't stall that one out as much as I've tried. I've tried stalling that shit out for a long time. He just says the ledge is gone. It's mine now. I don't care anymore. But yeah, I just nah. Yoshi. I think it's wins or evens, or potentially even. I think Yoshi is really good. Another character that's kind of slept on. You have really good out of shield options for this character if he keeps mashing buttons on your shield. But he can kind of fake you out with like his shield. You can't shield poke this character due to the fact that the shield literally covers him all the time. It gets just darker. It doesn't shrink like other characters. He can go pretty deep to kill you. He's very strong. He has really good aerials too. Very good aerial drift, and that egg is very obnoxious to punish him with. I would say maybe the reason why Cloud would win it is because he has options to get through like his double jump with like Bear to dash attack or stuff to like gimp him with that, or not really gimp him. It's really hard to gimp Yoshi, to be honest with you, because that double jump is just, it eats hits like no other. It's a champ actually. So I would have to say it. And honestly, even Yoshi's out of shield game isn't too bad. Like, Nair out of shield's pretty good. Like, he can punish you for that stuff and, like, kill you quickly. Like, I don't know. The character's not bad. So, I just think that if the Yoshi can't space or know how to mix stuff up, sure, Cloud wins that. But if he does, I can see that being even. That's why I'm going to put wins or evens. Diddy, definitely Cloud won. He's definitely a big boy. You have a lot of answers for what he wants to do. Like if he tries to inhale you above you, you can just up B him and hit him out of the air. You can keep him at ledge really hard. You can contest with the Gordos by back airing them back, nairing them back, up airing them, whatever you want to do. Purpose actually showed me the matchup a lot. He's probably the best DD I've ever fought. He's a super smart DD player. I think I really know his matchup quite a bit. You can ledge trap him very, very hard. You gotta have to have a lot of patience on how to fight DDD. You don't want to get too aggressive because DDD can just turn around and kill you so quickly and carry you all the way out there with like forward airs and stuff and gimp you. But if you like hold center stage and keep him at ledge, you're doing solid. But do not let that character excuse me. Do not let that character edge guard you, because he can 2-frame you with that dash attack super, super well. And kill you relatively easily. You just have to be really patient, because you might want to just like chip away at him, and I think it's easier to chip away at him than you just like going in and trying to like abuse things on him. His out of shield options are kind of meh. He's gonna have to roll a lot, so you don't have to worry about it. But like the only one you can't really punish out of shield is like Nair. He comes down, you have Nair, just kind of wait, because he's either gonna shield or down tilt, where he does that little roll. So you kind of have to like figure out what he's gonna do with that. So, but I still think that's like his only mix-up he really has, and then like stalling in the air. So that's, I still think that's a win for Cloud. Sonic, honestly, I think Sonic's even. You always have to play his game. You always, no matter if you're winning, you're losing, you always have to play his game. You have to wait your turn to hit him. You have to be very patient. You don't want to chase. He can gimp you so well. Like, I feel like when you play Sonic and you mess up once, he just switches around like that and you're dead. It's like, oh shit, I just lost a stock. I just played for the last 2 minutes just chipping away at him. Oh, and I died right away. He can gimp you. He can cover your high recoveries, your low recoveries. He's fast. I mean, he's super good at whiff punishing. Like, super good. And he has the option to time you out. It's just, like, your options are really covered on that. Like, the biggest thing is, like, yeah, you have a sword. Yes, you're quick as well. You have, like, limit to get back. And you have a projectile that can punish it for it. And you have a good at shield options, too. If he, like, does homing attack and lands right in front of you with that. But you just... Really, a saving grace is just that I can kill fast. That's pretty much it. And just throwing out big old hitboxes. That really saves me. But it just goes back and forth. But again, the only reason I say it's even is just because Cloud can stay in it because he can dish out damage really fast. Like, very, very fast if he sees an opening. And then, again, same with Sonic, where he can just shit all over your chest if you mess up once. He's like, oh, you don't gotta jump? You're dead. Olimar. I fought the... What is it? He's, like, ranked 13th in the state. Psycho is his name? I don't know. It's one of my tournaments. I think it's a Corona... special, what it's called. It's not, if you know what I'm talking about, it's there. He's an Olimar player. I feel like it's definitely a winning matchup because I have a nice aerial that gets all the Pikmin off me with the Nair. He has a hard time getting in because of my disjoints, and if I feel like I keep repeating neutral and winning in neutral, I'm okay. Olimar can obviously dick you over with, like, his gimps and stuff, and like how fast he can kill with like grabs and the purple Pikmin, and he's still a really strong character. And again, though, since his shield kind of got nerfed, it's funny to say this character is weird because after his shield was weird, no one really played him. Again, I don't know why. I still think he's a very solid character. He has armor on his down B, which can, if he can call me out, like if I do a bear. And down B's it, he's like, nah, I'll take the hit, but I'm coming back, boy. He's small, and he's kind of relatively quick of getting in there. And if you play his game, it's definitely rough to kill him. His up B is kind of weak because he has no hitbox. You can definitely kill him with that. You're not going to gimp him, but you're definitely going to kill him. Like, you can drop from ledge, like bear him if he does it, or cross slash him. Even blade beam against stage for a consistent hitbox if you think he's going to sweet spot it. The only ways they're going to save themselves is like teching. He's going to get stage spikes from it. He's a light boy, so really keeping him at ledge, like ledge trapping him is just as bad as Olimar ledge trapping you because he can stay back and throw Pikmin at you and like call you out if you jump from ledge and like attack you with a Pikmin. And then he has a grab too if you roll and he has a blue one, he just kind of yeets you and you're dead. But I definitely feel like Cloud has a slight advantage on this one. Just certain situations, it feels like Pikmin or Olimar have advantage on him too. But I feel like in more situations than not, Cloud has more of the opening than Olimar. Falco. Yeah, this one I feel like is either wins or even. Just because of the fact that, like, Falco is one of those characters that has really good frame data. He has cutscene the character. He goes really deep. He can dick with my shield really well. And he can kind of call me out when he wants to. The only thing that sucks is when Falco's in disadvantage, he's in disadvantage. But these two characters so blow each other up. I mean, absolutely blow each other up. He has an answer for what I want to do, and I have an answer for what he wants to do. Like I said, he kind of has like burst damage. Like you could feel like you're really comfortable, but if like Falco gets like one grab on you or like one aerial that leads into like an up tilt, he's got the cutscene on you, and you're taking like 60 damage. Like it's kind of nuts. The only thing maybe bad about this is like Falco can kind of gimp you with like the lasers and stuff if you like jump into it, or like he goes out there and fares you and stuff, because he can kind of go deep for that. And then again, if you like try to up B a little later, he can just dare you, like rising dare from ledge. Again, Cloud, when he has him at ledge, same thing. Cloud can do the same exact thing. If you force him to up B, you can get him. You can down tilt his side B very quickly, or very easily. It's really two frameable. Even blade beam it, limit blade beam, I should say. There's just a lot of options that these two characters can do each other. So actually speaking that out loud, I'm gonna say it's even. I'm actually gonna say it's even for Young Link. I think Young Link, it's a definitely. I think Cloud can win that because his out of shield options. But Young Link can be a real asshole and keep away. He doesn't really have to commit to much. He can just kind of stay away and just keep throwing shit at you. He just doesn't have to go in to fight. Like, he can wait, get it confirmed with like a fire arrow or a bomb or boomerang, and combo off of that. And yeah, it's spacing oriented, and he's actually got really good frame data, and he can poke a lot. Like, Young Link's really good at like the whole like poke and run away game. But Cloud again is one of those characters that has that sword where he can just kind of like dance around, wait, get in, get out too. Even charge limit if he wants to stay away and like keep throwing stuff. And kind of contest him a little bit with projectiles with limit blade beam and stuff. If you like call him out where he's like winding up for a boomerang. And then like edge guarding Toon Link is kind of nice too. Like when you have him on the ledge, you can just do all that stuff. Yeah, I don't see Toon Link if Toon Link can't get a combo starter on it from his projectile, he's struggling. I feel like he's struggling really hard. He has to do something like, I don't know, Nair or Bear. And his aerials are pretty safe, I'm pretty sure. I think Bear is the one that's safe on shield. I could be wrong. Maybe even forward air. But it just feels like Cloud can kind of just contest him with that if he knows he's going in with an aerial and like tell him, no, I don't think so. Here's my big meaty sword. And also, even if you're getting hit a lot by projectiles, you only need one neutral interaction to kind of like tie it up. That's what it feels like, because again, Cloud shits damage. Like, he totally does. And if you're patient, you kind of like can figure out where the Toon Link is throwing what projectile at what height and what interaction too. And I think a lot of Toon Link players or Young Link players even say that they don't like fighting Clouds. A lot of them have like Roy backups or like oh my gosh, Roy, Joker, these guys down here, Shulk, all those characters. They have those for like the secondaries for Cloud, because their up B can be punished from my up B. So they have like out of shield options that they can get killed at because they're so light too. People say, I was just curious, that Piranha Plant versus Cloud is even. I have no idea. So I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know. I actually died. This character, I don't know. I don't know. Like, every time I see it on my screen, I can't take it seriously. I don't know. I mean, I could see it, I guess, in a way being even-ish. Because he can keep his distance. He can, and if you want to, like, punish him for something, he has Patui, but you just kind of, like, grab him and, like, armor it. I don't know. I'm just going to, since I really don't know this matchup, I'm just going to put even, just to be safe, because I really don't know. For me, it's going to be even because I don't know what the character does half the time. To be completely honest with you guys, I really don't know what this character does half the time. Me Brawler, I think it's even or winning. It's just kind of like the Mario effect. Mario and Me Brawler, like, it actually, let me rephrase that. It's kind of like the Fox effect. Everyone compares Me Brawler to like Diet Fox, where he has really good aerial, he's really fast, his aerial drift is nutty, but you kind of have that sword that kind of keeps him out, and he always wants to press buttons on your shield. I say the reason why I say he'd be winning or even is that if he gets that one opening, he can kind of zero to death you, and he has a really good up B too. His up B is kind of silly. I don't like it. I don't like it. It has set knockback. It's strong. It's quick. Nair's stupidly good. You just have to wait for the Me Brawler to be too aggressive, or like no one's gonna shield and like grab them and throw them off their balance and like put them back in disadvantage, or put them in disadvantage and win the neutral. But the few Me Brawlers I have fought, they've been pretty good. It just feels like Cloud on ledge really has a lot to them compared to what they have you on ledge. And again, you have more range than them. You're faster than them too. It just feels like Cloud has a lot on this character. Link. Ever since this game came out, Link has always been kind of a thorn in my side. I felt like Link has a lot of tools to kind of dick around on Cloud's shield. He has a range. He's strong. He has a nice up B at his shield. Really good kill confirms. The bomb's really annoying. He can set that at ledge and then like wait for me to up B and then blow it up and kind of kill me. He can come back with his own bombs. It's kind of hard to kill this character sometimes if it's a good Link player. But again, like I mentioned too, like with like young Link, you can outspace him a little bit. You can I think you're faster than Link. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're faster than Link, and you have limit. You have stuff to box him out, and you can contest a lot of his projectile. Like you can avoid it completely. Like if you know you have his bomb, he can't use it anymore, and you can kind of use it against him. He's just not as fast as young Link, and not as, I would say, explored. But I still think this character, his ledge trapping on Cloud is just, and edge guarding is just so nuts. It's so nuts. And same with Cloud. Cloud can 2-frame his up B because his up B is kind of shitty. You can spike him through that. You can bear him when he's on the ledge. Like he doesn't have really crazy good options on ledge. You have to be careful about the Link reverse up B because he can spit you the other way and kill you for that. That's a shitter. But if you time it right, you're probably gonna kill him. Like you're always gonna downer him. Ike. I do not like fighting Ikes because Ikes can blow you up just as much as they can blow you up. Ike's quick draw is really annoying. Being up above Ike is really scary. Nair's fucking scary. Like this character can destroy your stocks. This is spacing the game. Like, holy shit. I honestly would fight a Lucina and Marth over Ike any day because it feels like if you mess up against Ike, he kills you. He fucking kills you. Great out of shield option with the up B. Yeah, you can bait it because it's kind of takes forever to start up. But if they're good, they'll take the hit and then kill you for that by taking the like forward air or bear and then up being you. I just feel like it's super even because the whole fact like his recovery is not the best. Like you can kind of throw blade beams out to gimp him if he does quick draw if you know it's coming. You can even dare him when he up Bs because at the top of his apex of his up B, he's vulnerable. Bear's super nice on there because it's more of a sweeping hitbox, and his is very horizontal and fast. You just have to play around Nair and know when not to when to piss off Ike, because if you piss off Ike and he gets you with like a Nair, shit, you're in trouble. Goddamn, you're in trouble. Even when you're above him, you're in trouble. And then like again, if you overcommit something and misspace something, he's gonna up B you and kill you because his up B got buffed. His Aether's very scary, very very scary. But yeah, they have a lot of similar things they want to do, so they really do kind of murder each other. It's just you have to play neutral better than him, and you have to edgeguard him harder than he edgeguards you. Yeah, we got War. See, this one I don't. I feel like I'd be a hypocrite if I said like even. Because he's a floaty. He's definitely a floaty character. He kind of has the whole Mario aspect of things. Same with Luigi. I feel like he belongs in the same thing because of that. Yes, he has waft and he can time you out and he kind of like could dick around, but like you have your limit. You can kind of chip him away. You can keep him out because he has really stubby aerials. It's kind of hard to do your out of shield options on him due to how like annoying his herp or his moves are. But it's not like something you have to rely on. Like if you just keep like resetting neutral and just keep chipping away at him and not get like up tilted to waft, you can honestly win this matchup pretty well. But you have to stay the lead. The moment that he has a lead, it feels even. It really does. Or even honestly, even are losing. But Wario's saving grace in this matchup is how quickly he can cross you up on shields. So you have to be very, very accurate on where he crosses you up and when to up B or when to up smash or when to do anything out of shield. You can kind of stuff him with your aerials and like cross slash and stuff because you know he's coming in with Nair or Fair because he can drift really far back with Fair because again his aerial drift is nutty. Recovery is really good. You have to make sure you knock him out of the motorcycle or like throw it high in the air to gimp him with his own motorcycle. Like just kind of keep it out of play, and just not overcommit because again, this character will destroy you when he has an opening. Oh my god, especially with Waft. I'm not gonna put Min Min anywhere because I don't know Min Min. Min Min's one of those characters I fought every once in a while. I honestly just put even. I've seen Spargo play against Min Min, against the Buzzes. He made it look pretty even. Like, I could see Min Min being a fucking nightmare for Cloud on ledge. Like, I could see him getting gimped hard because, you know, the S-Smash and stuff. But it seems like Cloud's speed and aerial drift and stuff, he can get in there really quickly. Like, really quickly. And you have to worry about the one move that has, like, the disc that comes out and swaps over top. It feels like Cloud really has answers for Min Min's garbage that she does. Like, it's kind of interesting because I honestly thought for a while that Min Min was gonna be Cloud's like horrible matchup, right? But it doesn't feel as bad as it felt like on paper. Like on paper, it feels impossible, but playing it seems a little bit different. You just can't be stupid. You just can't be like throwing out blade beams and whatnot because you can up smash it back. You just can't keep like pressing buttons because again, her up smash out of shield's actually really good. You can actually go deep for her up B to kind of like, you know, hit her. You kind of have to like force her recovery on that. And her ledge trap, like when you got her ledge trap, she doesn't have too many crazy things because her nair starts way back here first. So she like does jump from ledge nair. You can bear her for that. You can keep, you know, it's just normal get up, grab her, push her back out. And again, if she does something too close on your shield, you can just up smash her. So, I don't think it's as bad as it felt like on paper. And like I said, I haven't fought enough of them. I'd like to do more. That's why I'm just gonna put this even for now. And I've watched enough matchups, but watching and playing is two different things. Another thing I'm gonna do too, which you guys, I'm just gonna put Duck Hunt Dog in even too. I don't know much about this character. I fought it honestly once. That's it. That is all I've ever fought that character. I don't know, it just throws a lot of stuff. Throws a lot of stuff. It tries to keep you out, and you just kind of keep him out. I don't know. It didn't feel too bad for Cloud. It felt like I had a lot of options I could do against him. And it felt like I could kill him pretty quickly. But, again, I'm just going to put him even just for safety's sake. As you can see, the trend now, I'm putting all the characters I haven't fought. Corrin, I don't know, like, I fought a couple Corrins. I could see it being even-ish. And that's me being, like, vague. Because, you know, it has a pretty good disjoints. It has good movement. Back air is nice. Pin's still not terrible. Like, people who use pin well, it's kind of still annoying to hit Corrin. I fought more Corrins online than I have offline. I feel like people just say not worth my time and go to something else. But up air is really annoying. Up air is actually really strong. It is quick. Her frame data is not too terrible, and they both edge guard each other pretty well. I just have to respect the character just as much as the character has to respect me. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's actually pretty even matchup, to be honest with you. Like, they both excel in the areas they're strong at. Like, for example, when Corrin has someone above him, it's great. When Cloud has someone above him, it's great. They keep people in disadvantage very well, or each other in disadvantage very well. Yeah, they both have projectiles. Mine's a little bit quicker than his, especially with limit. Maybe that's the only saving grace, is maybe I'm a little bit heavier. I don't know. That one I can't really explain much. And I feel bad because I'm doing a matchup chart about it, but I just want to be honest with it. I don't want to be like, yeah, I know this matchup 100%. It just feels like it's more of a spacing battle, and you don't have a crazy out-of-shield options while I do, and you don't have to interact with my shield too much because of the whole fact that you can drift stuff out and like pin the opposite way or pin through me. You know, you have nice... Corrin has really nice mix-ups compared to Cloud. Cloud's one of those like moving walls where if he gets closer to you and closer to you and like you miss space, he's gonna punish you for it. And same with Corrin, to be honest. Just don't have really crazy good out of shield options. Your best out of shield options like maybe back res, shield, and nair. You're not going to be as Corrin out of shield. You really aren't. Anyhow, that is my, I guess, my matchup chart. So, here it is. So if you guys liked it, great. I appreciate it. Thank you. I want to say again, thank you all for the subs. This is my first time doing this for a sub challenge, and I liked it. I actually really enjoyed it. Made me really think hard about what matchups I think are good, what matchups are bad. And I hope I thoroughly explained it enough. If not, I can try again. Maybe in like another 6 months when they add another DLC, because I don't know what the hell this is going to be like. But, yeah, I just figured I'd make this, you know, tier list, or not tier list, I'm sorry, matchup chart, and go from there.